they are not going to change. If you've been in a relationship or a situation for years or even months and you have been just waiting for somebody to change, you have been fed lies, broken promises, just straight bullshit, and you're waiting for them to change, I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to. It's not going to happen. They are not going to change. It's not going to happen. If they haven't changed yet, after all this time, it's not going to happen. And I know that you're watching this video because there's somebody in your life that is causing you so much pain because you want them to be the way you want them to be, or you want them to change a certain characteristics, whether it's like emotional abuse, physical abuse, or just like impulsivity, things like that, that you really care about this person, but they won't change. I'm going to give you advice. I just recently left a 4 or 5 year relationship that this person was not changing, and they constantly said that they would change. And I thought that I'd be in that relationship for the rest of my life. Like, I genuinely was just like, at this point, like numb to the fact that they wouldn't change. I was just hurt so many times that I was just like, whatever, another pain isn't gonna, I would rather just stay at this point. But you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to break free of that and find somebody who does find you worthy enough to change, because if they wanted to, they would. First thing is that you're falling in love with potential. You see potential in this person. You have been through so many good times with this person that you think that they have all the potential in the world to fix something that really bothers you about them, whether it's that they hit you, or that they yell at you, or that they're short-tempered, or that, they're impulsive, or that they cheat, or whatever it is. But if that potential was really there, it would have already happened. In order for potential to work, the other person has to see it too. And if the other person saw it too, they would have already been working on it. You would have seen progress by now. But honey, where's the progress? There's no progress, babe. Like, I kid you not, I had asked for years for this to change, and it never changed. It never changed. And if they were with the right person, the right environment, whatever, they would change it if they wanted to. But if they're telling you that they're going to change, where's the change? Words are just words. We need actions. You are just putting yourself in a place where you are going to be hurt over and over and over and over and over again, because you're just begging for something that's just never going to happen. It's never going to happen where they see that they should change because you're still there. You are the only motivation for them to change. And if you stay when they're not changing, they're not going to change, because they're just like, she's going to stay anyway, so why would I put the effort into change? There is no fuel for them to change, honey. And the fact that you are asking for more and begging them to change and all this stuff is because you clearly think you deserve more. If you were somebody who didn't believe in yourself, who didn't think you deserved good things and whatever, you wouldn't ask for more. If this person was the perfect person for you, you wouldn't have any complaints. But clearly, you keep asking for the same thing over and over and over because it's that important to you. And you deserve somebody who will care about that. Potential is not the same as reality, right? We fall in love with this like random reality that does not exist. We created that in our head. We really fell in love with our mindset because we think that this person can achieve that, when really it's just our energy that's onto them. Like, we think that they can do this because that's our mindset. We believe in other people, we believe in ourselves. But put that same energy into thinking that they could achieve all these great things, and they could achieve, a change in mindset, a change in mentality, that they have a lot of potential. Put that same idea into like how much potential you have. A lot of times people don't leave relationships or friendships because they think that they can't replace them, that they can't move on and find someone new. If there's potential in that person who has stayed the exact same to change, there's potential that you will find somebody else. There's potential that you will succeed on your own. There's potential that you can achieve all your dreams. Put that mindset and that hope into something bigger. The second thing is that you moving on is not a sign of like being unloyal. I grew up seeing people be together when they shouldn't have been together. They just prioritize being together for the kids, or being together because it's a habit, or being together because they want to stay loyal to each other. When, like, it's not unloyal to break up with someone or to leave a friendship or to leave a situation because you're not seeing change. You know, if your boss keeps yelling at you and you're asking them and asking them and asking them to be kinder to you, and it's just ruining you, it's just beating you up because they won't change, it's not like you're unloyal to leave that company and go to the competitor. Like, you're looking for better opportunities for yourself. This whole life is to look out for yourself. It's not your job or your responsibility to stay loyal or to look out for someone who isn't looking out for you. You know, if someone who cared about you saw how badly you feel when they don't change, they would have changed already. They're not loyal to you. They don't care about you, babe. They don't care about you. I know that you can feel a lot of guilt whenever you break up with someone or leave a friendship because they won't change, because you're like, they're trying to. If they were trying to, it would have already happened, or you would have seen at least some sort of change. And also, sometimes it's best for everybody if you leave. You know, they also cannot change if you stay there. A flower will not grow in the wrong environment. If you are shadowing this person all the time, you're constantly there to make sure that, you know, they're acting right. If you're constantly reminding them that you want them to behave a certain way, girl, you wouldn't have to remind an actual partner of yours or an actual good friend to respect you, or to respect your boundaries, or to be mindful of you. You wouldn't have to do that. So sometimes it's just best to, like, whenever I left my relationship, that person was like, I'll change, I promise. And I'm like, okay, well, we will pause this and I will reevaluate when you do change, when I do see change, because right now what we're doing isn't working. I'm staying in a situation that doesn't serve me. I'm staying in a relationship that just clearly isn't changing for the better. We'll reevaluate this whenever I do see some sort of change. And if you do need to think about it in a way that you're like ending things for them, think about it as like you are asking them to change, but they're in the wrong environment to change. It's not fair to them either, you know? They are getting used to you staying when they act up a certain way. There's no consequence in that. There's no boundaries being made there. If you don't like something, stand up and leave, and they might change if they are meant for you. The next thing is that this is clearly compromising your energy. You're putting so much energy into someone who just doesn't take responsibility and change things. If there's a partner that just continuously cheats on you, and you see that they love you and you see that they have so much respect for you and whatever, and you're like, they will change, they love me. Sometimes love just isn't strong enough. You can love someone and hurt them so many times, and sure, they might love you, but they don't respect you. Those are two different things. You can love someone and hurt them over and over and over, and then feel bad and do it again, you know? And if you are constantly begging someone for just literally respect and bare minimum, you are going to hurt yourself over and over, because when you're not leaving, they will continue to do it, and it's just disappointment time and time and time again, and that hurts, bro. And it's just throwing off your energy, and you are having to pick yourself up time and time again when you wouldn't have to if you would just act right. All your time and your energy is being put on this person. This person is getting all your time when you really could have built something amazing by now. You could have been rich. You could have been on Broadway. You could have been an athlete, a star, or whatever you want to be, a teacher, a lawyer, a doctor. You could have been that. But you're putting all your energy into someone who isn't putting any energy into themselves or your relationship or friendship. And in the future, when you do cut them off, or if you stay with them forever, you're going to regret it so bad. But if you do end up cutting them off, you will be like, why didn't I just cut them off earlier? I wasted so much time. And it doesn't necessarily need to be like, fuck you. Like, you don't need to, it doesn't have to be like an angry cutoff. It can just be like, I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for people around us, because I'm sure other people around us don't like to see you hurt. And something that ever since I ended my relationship, something that I have really decided that I'm going to follow, and also started believing in a lot more, is if it's meant to be, it will be. Just let it go. Let it go and see what happens. If it's meant to be, it 100% will come back, and they will change for you, and they will love you. And maybe after your split, you will realize that you deserved better. I'm not sure. I've only been split for like a few days now, you know? I can't really say whether or not this person will change because I don't know. It hasn't been enough time. But if they do like you enough, if they value enough, they will change. I can guarantee you that. And maybe you'll be over it by then, and maybe it'll be too little too late, but that's a lesson that they're going to have to learn, and you don't have to sacrifice yourself in order for them to feel secure in a decision that they are making themselves to not change. You are very responsible for you, and they're responsible for them. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope it helps you, and I hope it gives you some sort of clarity. The hardest part is to leave the situation. The hardest part is to wrap your head around the fact that they're not going to change. But you've done harder things. You've done harder things. You've gotten through harder things. It will be okay. I promise you it will be okay. If I can do, I really understand this now. If I can do it, you can too. You can 100% too. Like, you will contemplate going back a million times, and I still do. Just stand strong and realize that they cannot change. You have stayed in the same situation over and over and over and over, and nothing is changing. They cannot change in this environment. You are begging for something that is not going to happen. You could put all your hope and all your faith into the fact that they're going to change. It's not going to happen because they're too used to you staying around. When you leave, that'll be the fighting force for them to change. But yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you take it easy on yourself. Be kind to yourself and trust yourself that you will make the right decision when the time comes, because you're a baddie and you know what's best for you.